Right, so this is a sketch the curve question, so we are going to need to know the intercepts, and we're also going to need to know the max or min value. So let's start off with the intercepts, and let's go for where it hits the y-axis. And we should know that where it hits the y-axis, we've got x equals 0, which leads us to, if we have a look at the equation, y equals 4. Alternatively, just look at the number on the end there and go, you know what, and the same as y equals mx plus c, the number on the end is the intercept, so that gives us that coordinate there. Let's have a look where it goes to the x-axis. So that's when y equals 0, so that gives us 0 equals x squared plus 6x plus 4. Now we've got to go about solving that. I'm looking at that straight away and I can't think of any way to factorise that with my factor of 4, so I'm going to go for completed square. So we've got 0 equals x plus 3 all squared minus 9 plus 4. So hopefully you're okay with completed square, so that leads us to x plus 3 all squared minus 5. And so we've got to solve that equation. 5 equals x plus 3 all squared. Do the square rooting, so we've got plus or minus root 5 equals x plus 3. And then finally we've got minus 3 plus or minus root 5 equals x. So that gives us two coordinates. So we've got minus 3 plus root 5, 0, and the other coordinate minus 3 minus root 5, 0. So that's those bits sorted. Before we do the sketch, let's now have a look at the max min point, and I'm going to use my completed square version for that one. So we've got y equals x plus 3 all squared minus 5. Completed square, really useful for minimum or maximum values, because I know that to get a minimum value, that thing there can't be any less than 0. If you're squaring something, it's got to be 0 or more. So the smallest we can ever possibly make it is going to be 0. That's going to occur when x equals minus 3. And if x equals minus 3, the square bracket is 0. That leaves us with y equals minus 5. So we've got minus 3 minus 5 is our minimum point. So the last thing we've got to do now is take all that information and turn it into a sketch. So let's see if I can squeeze it in down here. Again, sketch doesn't have to be mega accurate. Try and be as neat as you can. But we've got a minus 5 there. Let's put minus 3 in there. So that's going to be my minimum point is going to be there. I know it goes through the y-axis at 4. So I know that that point there, and let's just extend that a little bit. So there's my 2 points where it goes through the x-axis. So let's just draw the curve in. So let's go down through there like that, round and back up, and then we've just got to label that point there. So that's my minus 3 plus root 5. That's that one there, and that one there. I'm running out a bit of space, but minus 3 minus root 5. So there we go. So there's all the points clearly labelled, and there's our sketch all nicely done.